In this vast world, some people always long for the distance, chasing after high mountains and wide waters, even though they have no idea how the road ahead looks, but hope shines like a light, illuminating the way forward. When she finally arrived at Notre Dame, the geniuses were just being awakened by the sunlight, and the guard advised her to have a chat with the priest, making her feel all warm and fuzzy inside. However, upon learning that Rudy's qualifications weren't up to par, yet he still wanted to waltz right into the university, she acted like a concerned dad, advising him to get real, and let me tell you, that felt pretty satisfying. She touched the priest, offering Rudy a chance to follow all roads lead to Rome, by first attending a nearby college and transferring to Notre Dame if he succeeded. Finally, his dream path saw a glimmer of light. She finally saw Notre Dame, her dream school. Rudy, excited, rushed into the sacred football ground without unpacking, with the sun shining and a gentle breeze. Everything around seemed to be whispering a bright future to him, but then suddenly, a black staff member shouted for Rudy to get out of there. What a slightly awkward moment. But Rudy boldly said, "If I get out, I'll play here to make Haitians proud." The staff member mistook him for a gifted player and suggested he have a chat with the coach. What a laughable misunderstanding. Sure enough, Rudy found the coach, but the coach didn't give this no-name any time and brushed him off in a hurry. Next up, he embarked on his own uphill battle to get that degree, studying harder than a worn-out ox, trying to soak up every single word. This rare attitude caught an assistant's attention. His top grades and be all, yet he doesn't know how to chat up girls. Seeing Rudy chat with girls easily, the assistant coach proposed a deal, had teach Rudy in exchange for help breaking into the girls' scene, despite numerous rejections. But effort is rewarded, and Rudy gave it his all. Later, to blend in with the team, he boldly sought out the administrator. He boldly offered to be an unpaid assistant, which struck a chord with the administrator. He was brought to the locker room the next day, leaving Rudy utterly amazed. To everyone's surprise, Rudy knew the room well and each player's locker location. Gazing at the inspiring quotes on the wall, Rudy recreated that iconic game moment on the spot, prompting the administrator to smile ever so slightly. At that moment, the administrator realized the kid's deep passion, having spent all his savings on tuition. At night, when Rudy found himself with nowhere to go, he was compelled to quietly sneak back into the cramped storage room through the window. His dreams sustained him through it all, and he always kept Peter's invaluable golden words in mind. Soon, Notre Dame welcomed the first game of the new season. But shy Rudy was cruelly turned away at the door like a little kitten being denied entry to a party. Listening to the cheering from the crowd, it felt as though the towering walls kept him away from his dreams, tantalizingly close, but just out of reach. He had to wait for the crowd to leave to feel the game's remnants, knowing the road ahead was long and lonely, yet warmth still reached him. At night, he sneaked into the storage room and found blankets and a key on the bed. The black staff member had plans. The next day, when Rudy expressed his thanks to the staff member he claimed to know nothing about, it's such a clever man. Some words needn't be spoken, silent understanding suffices, truly unexplainable. After one semester, Rudy's efforts paid off as he fought hard in the exam, finally achieving 3 BS, a solid victory. Though this was a huge progress for him, he was still far from stepping into Notre Dame. Sure enough, his transfer application was mercilessly denied. How cringeworthy. Faced with such setbacks, Rudy returned home just before Christmas, hoping to gain some comfort from his family. However, his semester-long efforts only earned sarcasm from his dad and ridicule from his eldest brother. Worse, his ex-girlfriend was now his second brother's lover. The home was brightly lit, yet none for him. Shameful and enraged, Rudy stormed out. Once more, he embarked on a lonely journey to pursue his dreams, a youth without a utopia, but with pride towards the horizon. Even if he couldn't gain the recognition he longed for, or even love, he would pick up the pieces and charge forward. Rudy worked hard in his second semester just as before, but the results were still disappointing. He complained to the administrator about wasting a year of his life, but the administrator just shrugged it off. We often fixate on what we don't have, forgetting the beauty of the scenery we've passed. Focusing too much on outcomes can backfire. Keeping a calm mindset is the secret. Awakened, Rudy dove back into studying, but his mediocrity remained. In the third semester, his application was fruitless. His tireless efforts left him baffled what hard work would gain his dream's favor. If the fourth semester didn't yield success, he would be entirely out of reach of Notre Dame. So, with hope in his heart, he sought help from the priest, elaborating on his bitter experiences and profound helplessness. The priest comforted him. "You've done much for your dreams. Now, pray and trust God for a satisfying answer." Before he knew it, the fourth semester ended. Rudy received a letter from Notre Dame, his heart racing in anticipation. After wandering around, he finally gathered the courage in a park, nervously tearing open the letter. The approving words at the end brought tears to his eyes. God, truly, the daily grind finally paid off. Life will look out for every person who puts in the effort. He immediately shared the good news with his father, who looked at the acceptance letter in disbelief before announcing it to all the workers. Although upset, his brother congratulated Rudy. Their dad asked if Rudy wanted to stay, but Rudy was focused on his next challenge. That challenge was summer training at Notre Dame, where countless football stars gathered, but only 15 would make the cut as key backup players. Amid the crowd, Rudy seemed infused with magic, his dreams firm the medium of his aspirations. His family, and he knew that field well, effort was his forever motto. Time after time, he stood up again after falling, showing an unyielding spirit, despite his size disadvantage. Getting knocked down and blooded up was just a part of his dream chase, and although he didn't possess the brawn of those heavy weights, his tenacity caught the eye of an assistant coach. The assistant coach, against his colleague's advice, decided to keep Rudy, but warned him that he had to give his all during practice, or he was out. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, eager to share more humorous insights.